At this time, we ask that you please silence all cell phones and pagers, and as you know, flash photography and video recording is not allowed. We also ask that you please remove all caps and hats so the people behind and around you can enjoy the view. Gum chewing is not allowed, and please don't stick it under your seat. We're happy that you've joined us here at the Orange Blossom Opry and ask that you please take all refuse with you to the nearest exit as you leave the auditorium. And now, ladies and gentlemen, sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Orange Blossom Opry. We are the Orange Blossom Opry Band, and we're tickled to death tonight to have Mr. George Trullinger with us. You're in for a great show tonight. You're going to see about 4 or 5 different characters that he does. He's a great guy. Ladies and gentlemen, make a lot of noise. Come on, make it up for George Trullinger.
So glad to be here with you tonight. I just know looking out here we're going to have a great time. Are you with me? I said, hey, good looking, what is it? How's about cooking something up with me? Hey, sweet baby, don't you think maybe we could find ourselves a brand new recipe? I got a hot rod Ford and a $2 bill, and I know a spot right over the hill. They got soda pop and the dancing is free. If you want to have fun, come along with, come on. Hey, good looking, let me hear it. How's about cooking something up with me? How about this band? Come on. Can these boys play? Can they play? All right. I got a hot rod Ford and a $2 bill, and I know a spot right over the hill. Well, they got soda pop and the dancing is free. If you want to have fun, come along with me. Come on. Hey, good looking, you know it. What you got cooking? How's about cooking something up? How's about cooking something up? How's about cooking something up with me? The crowd went wild. Oh, it's great to see everybody here tonight and all the folks watching in at home. I know I got a lot of friends out in California where I grew up a long time ago. Tuning in, it's 4 o'clock in California, and we're so glad to be here with you tonight at this wonderful, wonderful venue, and I get to entertain you, which is one of my favorite things to do. And I get to tell you a little bit about my life, which is just like a ride at Disneyland. It's been a roller coaster. It sure has. So hang on tight. We have had a good time. And I was thinking about it on the way over and all week long when we were getting ready to put this show together. What influenced me? And a lot of influence in my life, maybe it happened to you, came from television. Growing up with television, I tell my son, and he don't believe me, but I said, you know, when Daddy was a boy, there were only 4 channels on TV. Some people only got 3, right? Yeah. That's right. And ladies, how many times are you sitting at home with your husband in that recliner? He's got that remote control. You got over 120 channels, and he's going, there's nothing on TV. Right? And when we was growing up, it was we had 4 channels, the best television ever. The Tonight Show with Johnny Carson. The Carol Burnett Show. The Dean Martin Celebrity Roast. The Ed Sullivan Show. Remember Ed Sullivan? Oh, he used to come out every Sunday night looking just like this. And Alice here for fine right here on our stage. See, I love that. People, no, please, take your seats.
Yeah.
People come up to me after the show and they say, boy, you really look like Ed Sullivan. And I want to go home and hang myself. But you know, and so much music was on TV. You had Hee Haw with Buck and Roy. Mac Davis had a show. Glenn Campbell had a show. But there was one show I used to love. It used to come on, and I used to watch it. It was my grandma's favorite show. It's a fella with black hair. He dressed in black and had a black guitar. That's right. It was Dracula. No, it was Johnny Cash. Do we have any Johnny Cash fans here tonight? Oh, yeah. Me too. I'll tell you what, my favorite, I love the guest and the music, but my favorite part, and I tried to watch it every chance that I got, every time it came on. Because back in the day, if you missed it the first time, you missed it. Right? No VCRs, none of that. TiVo, nobody knew what that was. But my favorite part was the beginning, where he'd come out looking cool, swinging that guitar, and he'd look right into that camera and he'd say, hello, I'm Johnny Cash. Remember? And the people, the people would just go nuts. Let's give that a try here tonight at the Orange Blossom Opry, all right? Hello, I'm Johnny Cash. I heard it. It sounds like Mr. Ed, doesn't it? Wilbur, you bought your wife a new... I keep a close watch on this heart of mine. I keep my pants up with a piece of twine. Because you're mine, please pull the twine. Well, I hear the train a-comin', running round the bend. I ain't seen the sunshine since I don't know when, but I'm stuck in Folsom Prison, and time keeps dragging on. And that train just keeps a-rolling on down to San Antone. When I was just a baby, my mama told me, son, always be a good boy, don't ever play with guns. But I shot a man in Reno just to watch him die. And that train just keeps a-rolling, I hang my head and cry. Mr. Bobby Randall on the lead guitar. Well, if they freed me from this prison and that railroad train was mine, I'll move it a little farther down the line, far away from Folsom Prison. That's where I want to stay. And I let that lonesome whistle just blow my blues away. Big finish. Hip, hip. Hip, hip. Boy, that's great. My grandma would sit on the couch doing her sewing. She always said the same thing. She'd say, that man has a beautiful head of hair. My grandma was from Chickasha, Oklahoma. You don't want to know what my father used to call that town. Old Chickasha, Oklahoma. You can imagine what the possibilities. But she would, my grandmother was a big part of why I got into music, because she liked country music. She liked, Hee Haw was her favorite show. I remember for Christmas I got the Hee Haw, a live show that they did a double album with the Hager twins and Buck and Roy and all them cats. And yeah, and because of Hee Haw, I learned how to, you remember them two boys that used to go, remember that? Remember that? And there was one fella would go, I'm a lot of fun in an elevator. Let me tell you. Well, everybody's looking at those numbers. You know, you just look at. My wife came, don't you dare. We get in an elevator. Don't you dare. But Grandma would always say to me, she'd say, boy, get that guitar and pick for Grandma. And I would do all her favorites. And that's why we opened the show with Hank Williams tonight, because that was one of her favorites. Oh, yeah. And I'd like to do a song for you. Boy, she was great, too. Married to my grandfather for 68 years. She just filed for divorce. We said, Grandma, why in the world did you wait so long? She said, we were trying to wait till all the kids were dead. A little while back, she went to the doctor, and the doctor gave her quite a shock. Said she was going to have a baby. Imagine that, being in your late 80s, and the doctor says you're going to have a child. Boy, she was mad. She called up my grandfather. You old buzzard, you got me pregnant. My grandfather said, who is this? Just some of you folks down here, you're going to get these jokes a little bit later and really do some howling right down here. But I used to pick from my grandma and learn all the country songs. My dad taught me how to play. Pop's watching. He's 92 years old. He's a World War II submarine vet, and he's watching on TV or on the computer. Hey, Pop. And he taught me how to play. My dad, I'll never forget. He said, back in 1971, he said, son, this is a C. And this is a G. And that same guy, 6 months later, hey, you want to turn that down? And Pop's watching in DeLand, Florida, where the fun never starts. DeLand, Florida. Him and my mom sitting there watching, and my dad's probably got a magnifying glass this big, watching. So Pop will do this. He taught me, the first song he taught me on the guitar was a song that every 11-year-old boy should know. The Streets of Laredo. It's the saddest, most gruesome song. As I walked out in the streets of Laredo, as I walked out in Laredo one day, I spied a young cowboy all wrapped in white linen and cold as the clay. That's the cheery part. I see by your outfit that you are a cowboy. These words he did say as I slowly walked by. Come sit down beside me and hear my sad story. I'm shot in the breast and I know I must die. Just what an 11-year-old boy wants to sing about. That's Little Streets of Laredo. I think we had a Burl Ives record at the house that did that. That'll absolutely make you cry. I like doing songs like, I'd love to wear my mother's girdle if I only had the guts. She wouldn't kiss me in the canoe, so I paddled her back.
That's good.
And one for the Europeans, she criticized my apartment, so I knocked her flat. These are the songs, ladies and gentlemen, that I like to do. But I like to do a sweet song, a Hank Williams song. Before we get going, I got a note here. I can't see, I don't have my glasses. Oh my gosh. Boy, what are the chances of this? Carol and Don Ferguson. Where are you at, Carol and Don? Don't be shy, where are you at? Oh, right there, hi.
Oh, right in front of you.
My God, you must know somebody. It's nice. Is it really your 36th anniversary? 56.
56.
Well, by golly, let's hear it. Hip, hip.
Wow, all right.
All right. And we got another anniversary, and their name is Carol and Don. Carol and Don Laporte?
Laporte?
Laporte? Are they here? Raise them up.
Right
Where
in
are
front
they
of you. Right there.
Right there. Well, hi. Carol and Don and Carol and Don. And how long have you kids been married?
55.
55 and 56. Let's everybody go give it to them.
Wow.
That's awesome. What are the chances of that? 2 Carols and Dons. And that reminds me, tonight's show is brought to you by Viagra. You know why Viagra is just like a day at Walt Disney World? Because you wait an hour and a half for a 2-minute ride. Okay, that's all right. But I'd like to dedicate this song to our 2 couples that are here celebrating their anniversary here at the Orange Blossom Opry. Do you ever think on your wedding day, you say, honey, in 55 years, we're going to be in Weirsdale, Florida. Watching a guy entertain who's out of his mind. Now, we're glad to have you here. Hear that lonesome whippoorwill. He sounds too blue to fly. Well, the midnight train is whining low. I'm so lonesome I could cry. Did you ever see a robin weep as leaves begin to die? Well, it means he's lost the will to live. I'm so lonesome I could cry. Did you ever see a night so long light up a purple sky? And as I wonder where you are, I'm so lonesome Well, I'm so lonesome I could cry. Give it up for these guys tonight. This is one of my favorite Hank Williams songs, and I hope it's one of yours. We're glad you're here with us tonight. Hang on, there's lots more. Here we go. Your cheating heart will make you weep. You'll cry and cry and try to sleep, but sleep won't come the whole night through. Your cheating heart will tell on you. When tears come down like falling rain, you'll toss around and call my name, and you walk the floor the way I do. Your cheating heart will tell on you. Play it like Floyd Kramer, Arlen. When tears come down like falling rain, you'll toss around and call my name. You're gonna walk the floor the way I do. Your cheating heart will tell on you. Your cheating heart is gonna tell on you.
George Trullinger, everybody. George Trullinger.
Thank you. Lots more show. Enjoy the boys.
You know, Georgie?
Well, he's leaving
Hey,
for a little
George.
while.
My dad, that was the very first song that he taught me, was on the guitar. G,
Very nice.
G, F, or C, F, and G.
That's all you need. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, we are the Orange Blossom Opry Band. Could I see by a show of hands those of you who are here tonight for the very first time? Let me see some hands out there. A lot of folks, brand new folks. We always like to welcome the new folks here, and welcome to the Opry. And we are the Orange Blossom Opry Band. We play here Thursday night, Friday night, and Saturday night. We're going to play a couple of songs. Usually I go down there, but I'm all tied up here. So I want to take a second to introduce the band for you. We're going to do a couple songs, and George will be right back. He won't be Hank Williams. Down there on my far left, that gentleman there is from the great state of Illinois. He's the bass player. He plays guitar, drums, and all kinds of other things. Y'all give a bunch of noise for Kevin Kingston.
KK.
KK. The gentleman sitting next to him also plays many, many instruments, sings a fine song, as you will see through the evening. I think he plays a bunch of different instruments. He's from the great state of Iowa. His name is Doug Stock, but all the locals know what to do on three. Ready? 1, 2, 3. There you go. It's Hey Dougie for you new folks. And this unit sitting here next to me, he's from the great state of Florida. And we have a lot of fun back here that y'all can't see, but there's a whole nother show going on back here between...
And you don't want to even see it.
Between he and I. But he's from Plant City, Florida. He is the handsome and talented Mr. Todd Bowers, everybody.
Todd Bowers.
The gentleman to my right is our lead singer. He hails from the great state of Michigan and now a Floridian. He plays the piano, harmonica, and one of the finest singers you will ever hear. Say hello to Arlen Millette. My name is Bobby Randall. Kick it off, Wichita.
Daddy won a radio. He tuned it to a country show. I was rocking in a cradle to the crying of the steel guitar. My mama used to sing to me She taught me that sweet harmony. She said, don't worry, 'cause it really take it that far. Told me to stay down, chasing that neon rainbow, living that honky-tonk dream. All I've ever wanted is to pick this guitar and sing. Just trying to be somebody else, just wanna be heard and sing. Chasing that neon rainbow, living that honky-tonk dream. And I'm the Santa coffee cup, 5 pickers and an old Dodge truck. He heading down to Houston for a show on Saturday night. This overhead is killing me. Half the time I sing for free. Nothing crowds into it, Lord, it makes the thing I'm doing seem right. Standing in the spotlight, chasing that neon rainbow, out living that honky-tonk dream. All I've ever wanted is to pick this guitar and sing. Just trying to be somebody, just wanna be heard and sing. Chasing that neon rainbow, living that honky-tonk dream. Daddy on the radio, wanted 30 years ago. He said, son, I just know we're gonna hear you singing on it someday. I made it up to Music Row. Lordy, don't the wheels turn slow. But when the crowd's into it, Lord, it makes the thing I'm doing seem right. I'm standing in the spotlight, chasing that neon rainbow, I'm living that honky-tonk dream. All I've ever wanted is to pick this guitar and sing. Just trying to be somebody, just wanna be heard and sing. Chasing that neon rainbow, living that honky-tonk dream. Yeah, I'm chasing that neon rainbow. Sorry, living that honky-tonk dream.
Oh, country music, everybody. Arlen Willett. We did a show last night that was a lot of fun in here. I don't know how many people were here from last night, but we did a show that was all about Bakersfield music and the country music scene out in Bakersfield. And Kevin did a song that was a lot of fun. We thought we'd do it again tonight because we did it. He did it pretty good last night. And then we'll get George back. Are there any country music fans in the house? All right.
All right.
Just checking. Just checking. Could be a
We'll
long.
see what happens. Huh?
All right.
He says I did pretty good, so we'll see.
He's
if I can
pretty
get
good.
Pretty bad on this one. Sounds like Johnny Cash.
Yeah, Kevin.
Well, I'm back again for another night of trying to break free from this sadness that I can't lay to rest. This old honky-tonk sure does feel like home, and the music and the laughter seem to suit my loneliness. So turn it on, turn it up, turn me loose from a memory that's driving me lonely, crazy and blue. Hey, Mr. People, get her, so the louder the better. Hey, Mr. Turn it on, turn it up, and turn me loose. fall. If I should whisper her name to some stranger I'm holding while we're dancing to an old buck-growing song, I know she won't mind. She won't even know. She'll be dancing with the memory, crying teardrops of her own. So turn it on, turn it up, turn me loose from a memory that's driving me lonely, crazy and blue. It helps me forget her, so the louder the better. Hey, mister, turn it up, turn it up, and turn me loose. Turn it on, turn it up, turn me loose from a memory that's driving me lonely, crazy and blue. Hey, mister, turn together, so the louder the better. Hey, mister, turn it up, turn it up, turn me loose. Hey, mister, turn it up, turn me on, turn me loose. Thank you.
Kevin Kingston.
For the remainder of our show now, we're going to be sampling a very, very popular show playing nightly at the Imperial Palace in Las Vegas. It is a stunning musical salute to some of your favorite stars, and they pack them in there every night. Now, to begin, let's pay tribute to the man who gave us the huge 50s hit, Peggy Sue, which, of course, was Buddy Holly. And here to sing a medley of his hits is George Trullinger.
Griffin. All right.
If you knew Peggy Sue, then you know why I feel blue about Peggy. What is it, gang? Well, I love you, gal. Yes, I want you, Peggy Sue. Well, I love you, Peggy Sue. Oh, how my heart yearns for you. Oh, Peggy. My Peggy Sue, wanna love you, gal. I want you, Peggy Sue. Peggy Sue, Peggy Sue. Pretty, 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 pretty Peggy Sue. Oh, Peggy. My Peggy Sue. Well, I love you, gal, and I want you, Peggy Sue. Here's how we did it in 1957. Let me hear those hands. Peggy Sue, Peggy Sue, well, pretty, 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 pretty Peggy Sue. Oh, Peggy. One more time. Well, I love you, gal, and I want you, Peggy Sue. Well, I need you, girl. I love you, Peggy Sue. Well, I need you, gal. Yes, I love you, Peggy Sue. Woo! Hip, hip. Hip, hip. Just for these people down here, it's me.
Can't believe it. This is great. Oh my God, I'm sweating already. I'm sweating like Kim Kardashian on Jeopardy. It's a lot of sweat. All right. Being here with you tonight, this is like a dream come true. It sure is. Because ever since I was a little kid, all I ever wanted to do was play rock and roll music and dress up like a geek. You're there. Thank you.
You're there.
Vote of confidence.
I thought you said your parents were in the land.
That's right. It's always the guy that looks like Jerry Lewis. You look great. Greasy hair, big black glasses, the white socks. Yeah. I look like a male model for Kmart. And people come up to me all the time and they say, Pee-wee? But you know, this is great. All right, let's do some more music. You guys feel like singing something tonight? All right, let's do this one. All of my love, all of my kissing, you don't know what you've been missing, oh boy.
Oh boy,
When you're with me, oh boy,
oh boy.
I want the world to see that you were a man for me. All of my life, I've been waiting. Tonight there'll be no hesitating, oh boy.
Oh boy,
When you're with me, oh boy, I want the world to see that you were a man for me. Stars appear and the shadows are falling. You can hear my heart calling. A little bit of love will make everything right. I'm gonna rock with my baby tonight. Well, all of my love, all of my kissing, you don't know what you've been missing, oh boy.
oh boy,
When you're with me, oh boy,
oh boy.
I want the world to see that you were a man for me. A dum-de-dum-dum, oh boy, dum-de-dum-dum, ah! Stars appear and the shadows will fall, baby. You can hear my heart calling. A little bit of love will make everything right. I'm gonna be with my baby tonight. Well, all of my life I've been waiting. Tonight there'll be no hesitating, oh boy.
Oh boy,
When you're with me, oh boy,
oh boy.
I want the world to see that you were a man for me. Baby, that you were a man. Dum-diddly-dum-dum, oh boy. Thank you. Hip hip. Hooray! Whoa, man. Oh. It's either hot or I've got malaria. I swear to God. I want to thank everybody for coming out on a real special night. Everybody watching at home and tuning in all across America, and a few people up in Canada, I bet, have it up there. We got any Canadians down here? Yeah, in the back. Good. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Everybody looks so nice. Everybody's doing all right. My friend John, I didn't know my friend John was here. John, how are you doing, buddy? How you feeling? Much better. Good. I'm glad to hear it. 6 months out of the hospital. God bless you. God bless you, John. We had a good time with the Fab Four, didn't we? That's in the second half of the show. You'll get to see some of that. But this is a lot of fun. I've had a good time. It was great. The Merv Griffin show was one of the first things I did, and my mom sent out announcements. You know, it was great. And they were there that night, and Merv was a very nice man, very, very good to us. And Las Vegas was a lot of fun. I answered an ad in the paper, and I got a 3-week job, and it lasted for 27 years in Las Vegas. So it took me to some really great places, and I went to Atlantic City on a run, and fella doing Elvis. This is true. Fella doing Elvis. A guy named Tony Roy. Great friend of mine. One of the great. If you ever saw Tony perform, you'd never forget it. Introduced me to my wife, Dawn. And we just celebrated 17 years together. So it was a lot of fun. Yay. All right. Well, this is great to be here at the Orange Blossom Opry. I came here on a jam night and years ago. I came from Las Vegas. My wife got pregnant, and we looked at each other and we said, I don't think we ought to raise a child in Las Vegas. So we moved to DeLand, Florida, where they roll the sidewalks up at 7:30. But it's nice. Yeah. I know that's late for you people in the villages. 7:30. Oh, my God. What time is it? I don't even know what time it is. 7:45. If this was the villages, nothing but burning golf cart rubber. Got to get out. Get home before 8 o'clock. Nah, we like the villages. It's fun. I played there a couple times, and I like the music of the 50s. You like the 50s music? You know, remember they said it wouldn't last. They said rock and roll music, rock and roll, it's a fad. 2021, here we are.
Gonna write a little letter, gonna mail it to my local DJ about a Buddy Holly record that I want my jockey to play. Roll over Beethoven, and gotta hear it again today. Well, my temperature's rising and my jukebox is blowing a fuse. My heart beating rhythm and my soul keeps singing the blues. Yeah, roll over Beethoven and tell Tchaikovsky the news. And if you feel it, like it, get your lover and you reel it, rock it, roll it over and move on up, just rise above it and you reel it, rock it, roll it, roll over Beethoven. I need a shot of rhythm and blues. Glowworm dance like a spinning top. She got a crazy partner, you ought to see her reeling rock. As long as you got a dime, I said the music will never stop. Everybody singing now. Roll over Beethoven. Let me hear it.
Roll over Beethoven.
You roll over Beethoven. Roll over Beethoven. Beethoven, need a shot of rhythm and blues.
See, that's rock and roll. I like rock and roll because it's not like today's music. You know what I mean? True. You seen it? You seen it right here in town. A little yellow and green car just shaking at a stoplight. You pull up, you like to look and see who's driving that little car. And it's almost always a guy that looks like he fell asleep face first in a tackle box. And young people, they come up to me. They come up to me after the show and they say, what are you making fun of our music for? It's our music. It's art. You know what I say to that? Shut the front door. That's what I say to that. Next time you're in a car with a young person and they turn rap music on the radio, this is what you do. Go ahead, Todd, hit me in. Just do this. Come on, listen to my story about a man named Jed, a poor mountaineer, barely kept his family fed. I said, Granny, Granny,
Then one day, shooting at some food, up through the ground come a bubbling cooter. Said, Granny, Granny, Ellie Mae, Ellie Mae, Ellie Mae, Ellie Mae, Ellie Mae.
Hey, did you see Tom's picture?
Yeah, I saw. There she is. See, we grew up on television. Most people, a lot of people today wouldn't know who that was, but we know, don't we? That's right. See, rock and roll music. I love it. Well, we've been coming here. I've been coming here to the Opry for a long time, and one of my first times here, Miss Estelle was here, and I brought my little boy on stage. Do we have a picture of that, Tom? Do we have a picture of Roy when he was, there he is. And he had a little toy guitar, and he'd come out. You know, it's a Mattel. Yeah, it's a Mattel guitar, and boy, look at that. That just makes me want to cry. But tonight, would it be all right if I brought Roy out? Let me show you what time. Come on out, Roy Trullinger.
I like the white socks, Roy.
Red, these are your people. This is the next generation. In a couple of years, Daddy's going to sit down, and this guy's going to take over. Roy, you want to say something to the people at home? I know you got some special people.
I wanted to say something to my grandparents. They are watching, and my grandfather's a 92-year-old World War II veteran, and I thank him for his service, and I take care of him whenever I can. And my grandmother, pray for her. She's got a cancer here, but they're going to take care of it. My mom is home watching because I wanted to have some dad time. And my best friend and her mother is watching, Miss Brenda and Star, and I wanted to say shout out to them. And cancer is a very sad thing because my mom's mom passed away from cancer, but I wear this in my grandmother's memory, my cross. I wear it in her memory.
All right.
All right. All right. We better do a song before these people cry themselves to sleep. All right. We're going to do one. You can help us out. Clap your hands. We've been doing this one a long time, and we hope you like it. It's called That'll Be the Day. Well, that'll be the day when you say goodbye. That'll be the day when you make me cry. Say you're going to leave it. You know it's a lie. Come on. They know it.
Yeah.
Now you gave me all your loving and your turtle doving, all your hugs, your kisses, and your money too. You sit and hold me, baby. Tell me boldly, maybe that someday, well, I'll be through. Well, that'll be the day when you say goodbye. That'll be the day when you make me cry. Say you're gonna leave it. You know it's a lie. Yeah, that'll be the day when you make me cry. Say you're gonna leave me. You know, everybody sing it. When I die, well, that'll be the day I will. That'll be the day I will. That'll be the day, hey, hey, when I die.
God bless all you beautiful people. I love you, Nana, and up in heaven, and Uncle Jim. Bye.
All right.
You know, Bobby Randall has a Mattel guitar just like that one.
Roy Rogers.
Oh, doesn't that choke you up? I see him, and you remember when they were little, and it seemed like just last week. It's a crazy, crazy thing. I want to thank everybody for coming here. My friend down here with the hat. How are you, sir? Good to see you. What's your name? Tom. Everybody say hi, Tom.
Hi, Tom.
Tom is sitting there giving me that look like, I didn't like you in the 50s, and by God, I don't like you now. Tom, where are you from? Any idea? Where are you from, buddy? Where?
The Villages, he's fallen asleep.
Oh, the Villages. Oh, the Villages. Hey! The Village. Did you bring a cougar? All right.
He's surrounded in them.
Yeah. This is like a big cat habitat, isn't it? Great. Is this your wife? No. That's your wife. Oh, good. I had the wrong. And where are your kids from? Ohio. Originally. Ohio. We have a very special song for the beautiful state of Ohio. Oklahoma, where the wind Tom, how long you been married, Tom? Let's ask the wife. How long you been married?
38.
38 years. That's great. Awesome. Well, Tom, I want to thank you so much. It feels like 70. That's great. Tom, is she always this much fun? Well, it's wonderful. Tom, you know I'm just kidding around with you. I would never do anything to make fun of you in front of all these beautiful people.
Not a problem.
All right.
Good.
I'm just trying to make sure. You're a big fella. I don't want you waiting for me in the parking lot tonight. He's been a pretty good sport tonight. Hadn't he been a good sport, ladies and gentlemen? Tom, I'd like to give you one of my CDs.
It's not even the 8-track. Oh, sorry.
For being a good sport. That's one of my favorites. It's Diana Ross and the Supremes' greatest hits. I've had that in the car for months. Just want you to have that. Enjoy it.
That's funny.
And I know, a lot of people come, they come out here to Weirsdale, and after the show, what do? They go right over there, and they sell their 8-track tapes. Me too. Got all the hits on it. If you buy one of these, they're 6 for $1. If you buy one of these tonight, we'll go out to John's Corvette and we'll pop this in. Thank you all very much for coming along. Let me have a good time out here. We got lots more show, lots more memories. We're going to take an intermission here in a little while, and some of the kittens can head to the sandbox. It's going to be great. Deo. Deo.
give your love to me. And I'm gonna love you night and day. You know my love will not fade away. You know my love will not fade away. Hey! Well, my love is bigger than a Cadillac. Every time I show it, then you drive me back. I'm gonna love you night and day. You know my love will not fade away. You know my love will not fade away. All right, everybody, bring it down. Hey, I said, hey, let me hear you say, yeah, 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 yeah. Got a love for real and not fade away, yeah. You know my love will not fade away. Not fade away. I had a great time. God bless Buddy Holly and long live rock and roll. Thank you so much.
George Trullinger, everybody. George Trullinger, everybody. There we go.
Yeah.
I got lost a little bit there. It's not intermission time yet, though, so don't go anywhere. He's going to be right back. We got to do a couple songs while he changes. Usually we take a break here, but don't pay any attention to what I'm saying, folks. Just do whatever you want to do. I don't care. I've been hanging around with George too long now. Going to be a smart aleck myself. Anyway, we got to do a couple of songs because he's going to come back and do a couple more things yet. So we have to play a couple songs. I told you last night we did the music of Bakersfield, and we did a bunch of new songs, and a couple of them came out real well. So I said, hey, let's do them again tonight because we got to do something. And so we're gonna do those. Okay? Is that all right?
I sang Dixie as he died.
Thank you.
People just walked on by as I cried. Bobblehead robbed him of all his rebel pride. So I sang Dixie as he died. He said, way down yonder in the land of cotton, old times there just ain't as rotten as they are on these damned old LA streets. He drew a dying breath and laid his head against my chest. Please, Lord, take my soul back home to Dixie. So I sang Dixie as he died. People just walked on by as I cried. Bobblehead robbed him of all his rebel pride. So I sang Dixie as he died. Doug Stock on the steel guitar. Bobby Randall on the fiddle. He said, listen to me, son, well, you still can run back home to that don't you see what life here's done to me? Then he closed his old blue eyes and felt them against my side. No more pain. Now he's safe back home to Dixie. So I sang Dixie as he died. People just walked on by as I cried. The Bible had robbed him of all his rebel pride. So I sang Dixie as he died. Yeah, I sang Dixie as he died. Thank you. Dwight Yoakam song.
Yeah. There's a couple things I want to tell you about, folks, while we're moving right along here. We're going to start a thing here at the Orange Blossom Opry on Friday nights. It's called Friday Night Live at the Opry, where it'll be just the Orange Blossom Opry band playing every Friday night, playing all kinds of different music. We'll have some special guests, and we want to invite you to come out and see us because this band works so hard learning all these other songs. We're going to give Friday night to be just for the band to get out here and put some whoop-you-know-what on y'all. So that's one thing I want to tell you about. The rest can wait. Here's one more song before Georgie comes back. Oh, what key is this in? A?
Yeah.
Oh, boy. This is a brand new song for us. Here we go. You ready, Dougie? I came here looking for something I couldn't find anywhere else. Well, I'm not trying to be nobody, just want a chance to be myself.
Well, I spent 1,000 miles of thumbing. Yeah, I wore blisters on my heels. It's time to find me something better here on the streets of Bakersfield.
Say you don't know me, but you don't like me. Say you care less how I feel. How many of you could sit and judge me? Ever walk the streets of Bakersfield? Oh, Dougie! I spent some time in San Francisco. I spent a night there in the can. They threw this drunk man in my jail cell. I took $15 from that man.
Left him my watch and my old house key. Don't want folks thinking that I'd steal. And I thanked him as I was leaving, and I headed out to Bakersfield.
Say you don't know me, but you don't like me. You say you care less how I feel. How many of you could sit and judge me? Ever walk the streets of Bakersfield? One more time. Say you don't know me, but you don't like me. You say you care less how I feel. How many of you could sit and judge me? Ever walk the streets of Bakersfield? How many of you could sit and judge me? Ever walk the streets of Bakersfield? Welcome music in the Orange Blossom Opry Band, everybody. All right, y'all ready for some more? I'm not sure what's going to happen here. I'm looking at my thing, and it says, hold on to your britches. That's all it says on my thing. But I think it's in the key of B, boys. And let's kick it off here, ladies and gentlemen. Please welcome to the stage, Mick Jagger!
Go ahead.
He might be back there smoking a joint.
George is supposed to be playing guitar, not me.
I was born in a crossfire hurricane, yeah. In a house at my mom in the driving rain. Sing it now. But it's alright now that it's your girls. But it's alright. I'm jumping jack flash. It's a gas, 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 baby. Somebody scream! Yeah. I was raised by a toothless, obedient hag. I was schooled with a strap right across my back, girl. But it's alright now that it's a girl. But it's alright. I'm jumping jack flash. It's a gas, gas, gas. Yeah. Yeah. 1, 2. Yeah. I was down. I was lost. I was never dead. Baby, I went round, and the souls of my feet they bled. I was gone, choking on a crust of bread. I went round with a crown of thorns in my head. Yeah, but it's alright now that it's a guess. But it's alright. I'm jumping jack flash. It's a gas, 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 baby. Yeah. Come on. Jumping jack flash. It's a gas. Jumping jack flash. Jumping jack flash, it's a gas. Jumping jack flash. Jumping jack flash, baby, it's a gas. Jumping jack flash. Jumping jack flash, it's a gas. Jumping jack flash. Here we go, here we go. tried, and I tried,
And I
I tried, baby, yes I tried, yeah, yeah, I can't get no, baby, I can't get no, when I'm watching my TV, and a man comes on and tells me just how white my shirts can be. Can't be a man who does not smoke same cigarettes as me. I can't get no, 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 no. Hey, 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 that's what I say. I can't get no, what is that? I can't get no girl reaction, but I tried, and I tried, baby, yes I tried, yeah, yeah, I can't get no, I can't get no, traveling around the world, doing that, I'm signing that, and I'm trying to make some girls. And I said, come back, baby, baby, later next week. Can't you see I'm on a losing streak? I can't get no, 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 no. What is that? That's what I say. I can't get no, baby, I can't get no. No satisfaction. Satisfaction. No satisfaction. Man. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, Tom, it's me. It's all right.
How many people are in this show? I can't believe it.
I can't get no, baby, I can't get no, baby, I can't get no, I can't get no, I said no, no, no.
George Trullinger, everybody. There he is. George Trullinger. We're the Orange Blossom Opry Band. We're going to take about a 15-minute break, folks. We'd like to invite you to pick up a pamphlet while you're out there that's talking about all the upcoming shows. If you're a Brooks and Dunn fan, we have an incredible Brooks and Dunn show coming pretty soon. There's a lot of great shows coming all summer. Please pick up one of those brochures so I don't have to stand up here and tell you about every show. God bless each and every one of you for coming. We'll be right back in about 15 minutes, all right? Y'all having a good time? Yeah! That's all? That's it? That's the best? Y'all having a good time? All right. We'll be right back, everybody. Y'all stick around.
Your mama don't dance and your daddy don't rock and roll. Your mama don't dance and your daddy don't rock and roll. When evening rolls around and it's time to go to town, where do you go to rock and roll? Well, the old folks say that you gotta end your day by 10. When you're out on a date and you bring her home late, it's a sin. Always talking to you, you know you're gonna lose, you never win. You say it again, and it's all because your mama don't dance and your daddy don't rock and roll. Well, your mama don't dance and your daddy don't rock and roll. When evening rolls around and it's time to go to town, where do you go to rock and roll? Drive-in, find a place to park. You pull into the back seat where you know it's nice and dark. You look into her eyes, you're thinking it's a breeze. A knock comes on the window that says,
Out of the car, long hair.
Louis, you're coming with me, the local police. And it's all because your mama don't dance and your daddy don't rock and roll. Your mama don't dance and your daddy don't rock and roll. The evening rolls around and it's time to go to town. Where do you go to rock and roll? Where do you go to rock and roll? Where do you go to rock and roll? Here we go. Welcome back. Yes. Unfortunately for me, my mother and father did rock and roll a little bit. They did. My dad was, he grew up in Panama and taught me how to play guitar. He could play and sing in Spanish, which was really cool. And my mom was a kid of the 50s. In fact, every year I take her on every year they do it, we take her on the Malt Shop Memories cruise, and we go and see Chubby Checker and all our friends, little Anthony, and yeah, all of the great stars. And that's the greatest thing, you know, I've really enjoyed playing music and growing up, getting to meet and sometimes even jam with some of my heroes. Bill Medley, over the years, has become a real good friend of mine from the Righteous Brothers. And we do shows together. We used to do the Mick Jagger bit in Branson. This is true. He would call me up. He was playing at the Dick Clark Theater. I was playing at the Osmond Theater. And he'd call me up and he'd say, Georgie, he had that big, deep voice. Oh, I had the time of my life. You know, we had that voice. And to hear that voice coming over the phone is really, the first couple times, it's unnerving, you know. You never close your eyes. You know. Can I speak to Georgie now? You know, it's really great. So he said, Georgie, this is Bill. He called me Georgie. He said, Georgie, what's your day off? I said, Wednesday. He says, you want to come by the theater and do the Mick Jagger bit? I'd say, sure. Get to play, because he drew 1,500 people. So I'd get there early. We'd hang out, share the dressing room, and I'd put all that makeup that you just saw. My son, very proud, my son Roy, very proud that Dad wears a wig and rouge and lipstick. You know. Yeah, there he is. Putting a little on him there.
Now you heard the news, right? They're changing the rules out at Disney World. Now I can wear that outfit and get a job. Right there. But he called me up and said, you want to do the Mick Jagger bit? I said, okay. So he does his show, and he talks about how all the guys in the 60s were good-looking guys. Frankie Avalon, Fabian, all these great-looking guys. And he said, and thank God in 1964, along came the Rolling Stones. He says, and you're really saying something when you say Mick Jagger's the good-looking one. And he would say, he's not here tonight, is he? And the band would kick in. And I would pop up from out of the audience, and I would start doing that whole thing that you saw me. And people, this is Branson, Missouri. This is Branson, where senior citizens bring their parents to have some fun. And they pop out and say, I can't get no. And half the audience is grooving, and half the audience is going, But I got started in Huntington Beach, California. And in those days, you could cruise around. Yeah, anybody from California? That's great, 6 people. I'll make you feel at home. Okay. And you could cruise around. You could cruise around. This half of the room having a good time. This half, they don't care about nothing, these people down here. It's all right. So you could cruise around on a Saturday afternoon in all these housing tracts in Southern California. If you had your window down, you'd hear all these bands rehearsing. Well, I had a little garage band, and we did our first gig in 1972. 1972, I did a gig. And we got $5 a piece, and we only knew 3 songs, and we played 3 songs for an hour and a half. Right? That was big money. And one of the songs we played was this one right here. And as we rolled, Tom, can we do the collage? These are all the people that I got to meet in Las Vegas. And so if you watch the screens, we'll do a little song. I did this song for about 45 minutes one time. I'll do the very short version from it.
Well, you get up every morning, the alarm clock roll, and take the 8:15 into the city. There's a whistle up above, and people pushing, people shoving, and the girls try to look pretty. And if your train's on time, you can get to work by 9 to stop that stinking job and get your pay. And it's work that we avoid, 'cause we're all self-employed. Love to work and nothing all day. And I've been taking care of business every day, taking care of business every way, taking care of business, it's all right, taking care of business and working overtime. Work it out. Well, for as easy as fishing, you can be a musician. You can play some sounds that are mellow. Get a second-hand guitar, chances are you're going far if you're breaking with the right bunch of fellows. People still having fun, just a lying in the sun. You tell them that you like it this way. It's the work that we avoid, 'cause we're all self-employed. Love to work and nothing all day. And I've been taking care of business every day, taking care of business every way, taking care of business, it's all right, taking care of business, working overtime, work it out. be avoid, cause we're all Tommy Treadway. Love to work and nothing all day. And I'll be taking care of business every day. Taking care of business every way. Taking care of business, it's alright. Taking care of business and working overtime. I'm taking care of business. Taking care of business. Taking care of business. Taking care of business. Taking care of business every day. Taking care of business in every way. Taking care of business, it's alright. Here we go. Taking care of business and working overtime. Yeah.
And Tony Orlando looks just like Tom Selleck, doesn't
That
he?
is great. Boy, so that brings back a lot of memories. It's really fun. Really fun. Oh, my God. I am sweating like Mike Tyson at a spelling bee. Holy Moses. So I went to school. I got in some bands, and we played a talent show. And we rehearsed real hard. This was about 1973 or 74. I was in the 8th grade, and the 8th grade talent show was coming up. And this is how much I knew. We had 2 guitars and a drummer. We didn't even think about a bass. Sorry, Kevin. We didn't. No, but we eventually got one. We eventually got a bass player. And so we rehearsed and we rehearsed and we rehearsed. And there was a big song at the time called Bad Bad Leroy Brown by Jim Croce. And right before the talent show, we were rehearsing, and right before the talent show, Jim Croce got killed in a plane crash. And it was the biggest song in the whole country. And looking back on my life, I never set out to be an impersonator. That's just the way it worked out. But when I look back at one of the first performances I did, ironically, it was a tribute to Jim Croce. And we'd like to do that song for you, Bad Bad Leroy. Oh, take me back to the 8th grade. Where the south side of Chicago is the baddest part of town. And if you go down there, you better just beware of a man named Leroy Brown. Well, Leroy, he a gambler. Well, he stand about 6'4". All the town women call him treetop lover. All the men just call him sir. Everybody, 'cause he's bad, 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 bad. Leroy Brown, baddest man in the whole damn town. Badder than an old King Kong, meaner than a junkyard dog. Well, Friday, about a week ago, Leroy shooting dice. Into the boardwalk, a woman named Dora said, "Ooh, that girl looked nice." Well, he cast his eyes upon her, and the trouble soon began. Leroy Brown, he learned a lesson about a messing with the wife of a jealous man. Oh no, and he's bad, 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 bad. Leroy Brown, baddest man in the whole damn town. Badder than an old King Kong, meaner than a junkyard dog. Well, the 2 men took to fighting when they rolled out on the floor. Leroy looked like a jigsaw puzzle with a couple of pieces gone. No, 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 but he's bad, 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 bad. Leroy Brown, baddest man in the whole damn town. Badder than an old King Kong, meaner than a junkyard dog. Yeah, he's bad, 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 bad. Leroy Brown, baddest man in the whole damn town. Badder than an old King Kong, and meaner than a junkyard dog. Well, he's badder than an old King Kong,
and meaner than a junkyard dog.
We thought it was so cool to be in the 8th grade talent show saying the word damn. It was great. Like Jim Morrison on the Ed Sullivan Show. Now, Jim, you can't say that. I'd like you, Tom, if you could show some pictures of what I looked like in those days. I had a big afro, and I had that's me. No, that's the Jungle Cruise. That was fun too. I think they're in a file called Young George. It's a really old file. How about a nice hand for all the technical people here working the lights and the sound, and my friend Tom working all the multimedia. I had a big afro, and back in those days, in the 70s, I wanted to be, you know, and this is one of the ironies of my life. A lot of people know, my friend John here knows that I work for a group called the Fab Four, and they do a tribute to the Beatles, and I do Ed Sullivan. And if you ask a lot of musicians, Crosby, Stills, and Nash, it's been on a lot of rock documentaries, that people, their lives changed when they saw the Beatles on the Ed Sullivan Show. February 9th, 1964, Ed Sullivan introduced the Beatles, and people's lives changed. The Buffalo Springfield, they said, or the Byrds, they said, we went in to see Hard Day's Night. We went in as a folk band, and when we came out of the movie theater, we were a rock and roll band. And it had the same impression on me. I was 4 years old. My mom and dad had a little black and white TV, and I saw the Ed Sullivan Show. Saw him introduce the Beatles. Now, yesterday and today, our theater has been jammed with newspapermen 100 foot off from all around the nation. These veterans agree with me that the city never witnessed the excitement stirred by these 4 youngsters from Liverpool, England, John, Paul, George, and Bingo. Right here. And when they came out, and the first song, anybody remember the first song on the Ed Sullivan Show? What was it? Shout it out, be proud. Not Hard Day's Night. All My Lovin'.
Close your eyes and I'll kiss you. Remember, I'll always be true. And then I'll ride home every day and I'll send.
Wow. Some good singers.
All my loving I will send to you. All my loving, darling, I'll be true.
How about that for? See, you can't do that. You can't do that without a live rock and roll band. I'll tell you that. You can't do it. Yeah. See, we could do this all night. And let me just tell everybody here that the 11:30 show is going to be even better. So all these years later, when I was 4 years old, I wanted to be a Beatle. I thought, man, if I grow up and I'm a good boy and I practice and I learn how to sing, I could be one of the, they'll hire me. I'll be one of the Beatles. And who knew that all these years later that I wound up as Ed Sullivan? Old stone face. And people do, they say, you look just like him. Oh,
Hey.
But I was lucky. I had that face, you know. There he is, old Ed. Oh my God, wait, who's who? I can't tell. So that's good. I heard a lady, my friend Lucky and Mary are here, and they got a neighbor, and we were working on his dock a couple days ago. We're working outside, and you could hear people. It was right on a lake, and you could hear people. And this lady was his neighbor, real nice lady named Elaine, and she was telling her friend, "Oh, that's George. He's an entertainer. You should see him. He does Buddy Holly, and he does a tribute to Nixon." That's true. So I learned, and I was so then these Beatles started the British invasion, right? They opened the door for all these bands, and they came over, and I was a kid. I thought every band from England with the hair and the matching suits were the Beatles. So I thought the Animals were the Beatles. I thought the Dave Clark Five were the Beatles, even though there was an extra guy. I thought they were, and there was one group, Herman's Hermits, and I get to meet him and hang out with him and have coffee with him. Old Peter Noon, still rocking and rolling. If you ever get a chance to see Peter Noon, go see him. And I thought the Herman's Hermits were the Beatles too.
I'm Henry the Eighth, I am Henry the Eighth, I am. I got married to the widow next door. She's been married 7 times before, and everyone was an Henry. Wouldn't have a Willie or a Sam. No, Sam, I'm a eighth old man, I'm Henry. Henry the Eighth, I am. I'm Henry the Eighth, I am. Henry the Eighth, I am. I got married to the widow next door. She's been married 7 times before, and everyone was an Henry. Wouldn't have a Willie or a Sam. I'm a eighth old man, I'm Henry. Henry the Eighth, I am. H. Henry, Henry, Henry the Eighth, I am. Henry the Eighth, I am.
See, we know that one too. See, when I was a kid, I didn't know a whole lot of songs. We played 3 songs for an hour and a half, got $5 a piece. I thought, this is the business I want to be in. We didn't know a lot of songs all the way through, but we knew a lot of great beginnings. Let me show you. That's all we knew. You do that for 45 minutes. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Remember that one? I swear to God, every kid, every guitar store in the 70s, you could walk in and see her. We got to break down and learn some of these, but you know. It was fun, and this show's bringing back a lot of memories. So I had a lot of teachers. Grew up in Orange County, California, and my coolest teachers, I don't know if this was a coincidence or just the sign of the times, the teachers that I really got a lot out of their classes, and they were great. You look forward to going to their class. They all worked at Disneyland. And I had a social studies teacher that I really admired, and he said, hey, look, get all your work done. I'll tell you a story about when I worked at Disneyland. And so we'd get our work done, and he would tell us a story. And he told a story about how he was going to Cal State Fullerton, trying to learn to be a teacher, and he got a job as a gunfighter. And he goes out, this is about 1962. He goes out about 5 minutes before they rob the stage or whatever, and he sits on a bench. He's got a 6-gun. Boy, how times have changed. And he would sit on a bench, and he would pull his hat down, and he would wait for the bandits to rob the stagecoach. And a fella sits down next to him and starts asking him a bunch of questions. Hey, how do they make that wheel go around? Hey, how do they make that water that color? Hey, how did they do this? How did they do that? He said, I was just about ready to push my hat up and tell this guy to leave me alone because I'm starting a show. It's Walt Disney. So he answers his question, he tells how the wheel goes around, tells what they do to the water. He said the gunfight started, and Walt tottered away. He was wearing a hat in disguise. He used to be in disguise. And he used to walk around and ask people what they thought, you know. So a few weeks later, he says, I'm working on the Jungle Cruise. And I'm taking people through, and here comes Walt Disney. And he's got some dignitary. Can you imagine getting a personal tour of Disneyland with Walt Disney as your guide? And here he comes. He's wearing a business suit, looks just like he does on TV, gets in his boat. He takes him around. He says, he never said one word to me. I thought, okay, he's a busy man. He said he was the last one out of the boat. And right before he got out of the boat, he turned and said, say, didn't you used to be a gunfighter? Right? So when I was a kid, I would just sit there, and when I was 18 years old, I had a big afro. We got one of those pictures? Me with my hair. I looked like Greg Brady. No, that was after I cut it, but there it is. That was me. That was at my high school. I was playing the nooner at my high school. And so I cut my hair off, and I went out, and I applied at Disneyland, and I got a job, and that was one of the happiest days of my life when they said, you're going to be an attractions host. Tell me why you want to work at Disneyland. I said, because this teacher, I want to be a Jungle Cruise skipper. I want to tell jokes. I want to load very large people into little boats. So I did. And I got a job. And let me tell you that every job teaches you something. And this job taught me how to do, you would do 25 trips a day. And after a while, as you can imagine, that was my first day at work on the left, and that was my last day 3 years later. After that, the first picture is before I'd ever done a trip. It was my first day of training, and the second was after over 10,000 trips on the Jungle Cruise. 25 trips a day, 5 days a week. Do the math. It's over 10,000 in 3 years. And what it taught me was how to do the same thing over and over and make it fresh every time. And I wound up going to Las Vegas doing Buddy Holly in a show that had Bobby Darin and Janis Joplin and Marilyn Monroe and, of course, Elvis. Remember Elvis? Oh, yeah. And 2 shows a night, 6 nights a week for 27 years. Do the math. It's a lot of shows. And there's nothing I like better than getting up on stage and singing the same songs in the same order every single night. But I was a Jungle Cruise skipper. Hi, folks. Welcome aboard the Leaky Tiki. Now, some people are watching in California right now. My friends Bo Burnett and Rick Williams and all these great guys that I've known for over 40 years. That was 40 years ago, and I still love it. I still dream about it. Hi, folks. Welcome aboard the Leaky Tiki. My name's Lance Boyle. I'm going to be your skipper and guide for as far as we get. Hey, it looks like we're fully loaded and we're off. Sure wish I was both, but that's a different story. Welcome aboard. My name's George. All my friends call me Hey You. I'll be your skipper, guide, marriage counselor, dance instructor, clergyman of your faith, social activities director, and Volkswagen repairman for as far as we make it. Let's all do that 25 times a day. And it really, truly was a great part of my life. But I wanted to do music, and I thought in those days, 1978, when I was working out there, you had to be the all-American boy. Short hair. Hi, folks. Welcome to Disneyland. You know? And at night, I was playing in the clubs, and this was the 70s, and I put on a pair of Angel Flight pants. I would make up one eye, and I would play some rock and roll. And I had like a dual life. And I tried to keep it secret. And it was very difficult. And then they had this big party called the Banana Ball. And I went to one, and I said, I got to play this. This is great. All these about 1,500 drunk Disneyland employees. And we used to do songs like this.
the long trains run, and you watch them disappear without love. Where would you be now? Help me out, boy. Without love. Nobody saw Miss Lucy down along the track. She lost her home and her family, and she won't be coming back without love. Where would you be now, 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 now? Without love. Southern Central break. You gotta keep on pushing mama up, cause you know they're running late without love. Where would you be now, 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 now? Without love. Without and the crowd went wild. Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. This is so much fun. Thank you, Roger and Heather, for allowing me to tell my story and have some great memories.
They left back in your first set.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry.
Oh, man.
There they are back there.
No, this is so nice. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you, Tom. Everybody. Thanks for coming out. I love it. I walked through the lobby. I went to check on some tickets for some friends of mine, and people, hey, George, how's it going, George? George, how are you? It's a great feeling to be around friends and to perform for people that you know.
Can I say one more thing?
Yeah.
I go walking through there to, no, don't forget this is the Villages. They say, hi, George. Hi, George. Hi, George.
Well, whoever you're saying hello to, thanks a lot. I wish we could play till about 11:30. I got a lot more. I got more. People tell me we get on the road with the Fab Four. We got that. We got a picture of those boys, Tom, on the road with the Fab Four. And I'll tell you what, that's a fast crowd, isn't it, John?
Oh, it's a wonderful crowd.
They're wonderful. Be on a bus with these guys, traveling around America, introducing these guys.
That's cool.
The great part about them is during rehearsal and sound check, they're nothing like the Beatles. But about 20 minutes to showtime, they turn into the Beatles, and it's really something. It really, isn't it? It really is. And I'm so thankful for those guys, the Fab Four, and hopefully we're seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. We've been off for a year. I haven't seen these guys in over a year. And they're like my little brothers, and they give me a hard time, a harder time than Arlen gives me. But I want to get back to doing shows, and I've had a wonderful life and a wonderful career, and it's been I've been playing music professionally since 1972. It's crazy. It's crazy how fast it goes, and I've done a lot of great things. I've been to Russia, China, Sweden, Denver. New Jersey.
Hey, you're from New Jersey. I'll make you feel at home. Hey, all right, okay. All right.
Oh, it's George.
Hey, George, all right, okay. My wife is from New Jersey. She's from Pennsville, New Jersey, and I'm going to be sleeping on the couch because I told that joke. All right. How about a hand for my son, Roy, coming up here?
Yeah.
That was awesome. Show Roy. You got some pictures of Roy? I'll tell you what. My life changed all for the good when that little fella came in. There he is with Mrs. Stell. That was a number of years ago. That's one of the first times I played here. And watching that young man grow up, turn into a fine young boy. Very, very cute little fella. Went too fast, though. Just really went too fast. But I want to thank you all for coming along tonight and letting me entertain you and just have some fun. Thank you. Each day that I do this, I always say I want to do more in the next 10 years than I did in the last 40. And with your help, and the good Lord willing, I'll be back on stage and doing this for a little while longer. All right? Now, right here on our stage, a fine youngster. And we just got back from Las Vegas. Wasn't that great, fellas? Just got back from Las Vegas. I don't have too much luck in Las Vegas, but on this trip I had a little luck. I was playing a dollar slot machine. I pulled the handle down, and my elbow hit a young woman passing by right. Right in the bosom. I said, "I'm terribly sorry, madam, but if your heart is as soft as that, you'll surely forgive me." She said, "If the rest of you is as hard as your elbow, I'm up in room 705. Woo. Hey, and I'm going to put in a plug for my buddy. We got a great show coming up. Bobby Randall is going to tell some stories. And boy, he's got some stories. More stories than the Empire State Building. And I'm going to show up for that one. But I want to thank all these guys. How about a nice hand for the musicians tonight? I always have a great time when I come here, and I hope you do too. Keep coming back. Keep supporting live music. It's coming back. Tell your friends about the Orange Blossom Opry. This is the place to be for good quality entertainment, and we want to thank you so much. Well, fellas, we're going to wrap it up the way we always do ever since 9/11. And if you feel like standing, we want to honor our veterans. We want to honor our first responders, all the heroes among us. If you're a veteran, stand up. If you support the veterans, stand up. And sing with us, won't you please? Because we are lucky. We are lucky to live in the greatest country in the world. And that's why everybody wants to come here. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming out. God bless America, land that I love. Stand inside her and guide her through the night with the light from above, from the mountains to the prairies, to the ocean. bless you. God bless your families till we meet again. God bless America. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you.
George Trullinger, everybody. George Trullinger, everybody. On behalf of everyone here at the Orange Blossom Opry, God bless each and every one of you. Thank you so much for coming out tonight. Once again, everybody, George Trullinger.